That is amazing. That is amazing. So I have Sonny Peters. I have Karen, the HR professional from Jos. All right, you guys are welcome. I have Mayora from Lagos. I have Edem, the tax associates. I have Peter, a researcher. That is amazing, guys. So you guys are all welcome. I have wonderful professionals here. Comfort from Lagos, a student as well. All right, you guys are welcome, and I am super excited to have you guys once again. Yeah, so keep the introduction coming in. Okay, so there is also an attendance form on the chat box. Thank you, Beatrice. There is also an attendance form on the chat box, okay? Do well to fill the attendance form. We have a lot of resources for tonight's class, and you are only going to get it if we have your details on the attendance form, okay? So we send you all of the resources we are going to be using for this masterclass via the attendance form you are going to fill, okay? So do well to fill the attendance form, okay? Do well to fill the attendance form. Now, if you have filled the attendance form, can I get your reactions? If you have already filled the attendance form, can I get your reactions? So you can use the emoji down there. You can use the emoji down there to give me reactions. Give me your favorite reaction, maybe flower, thumbs up, your clapping hands, and all of that, okay? Can I get that? Can I get that? So if you filled the attendance, okay, Zuliat, my colleague, is going to paste the attendance link. Thank you, Zuliat. Thank you, Zuliat. Okay, so just quickly fill the attendance form. It's very, very important because you need the class material. So one more thing, please confirm that you can see my screen. Confirm that you can see my screen. Confirm that you can see what I'm displaying on the screen, what I'm presenting. Can we all see my screen? Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Apologies. So I believe we can see my screen now. All right. All right. Excellent. Good. So let's get started. So if you are super excited to get started, can I get your reactions? If you are super excited to get started, can I get your reactions? Excellent. Great. Great. So today we want to look into building an AI-powered dashboard, okay, for our real-time performance monitoring, okay? AI-powered dashboard, okay? But before we go on, how many of us have heard of AI? I know quite a good number of us should have heard of AI. So if you have heard of AI, can I get your reactions? Good, 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 good. So a lot of us have heard of AI, artificial intelligence. For those that have not heard of AI, artificial intelligence. So when we say AI-powered dashboard, okay, we mean building a dashboard with artificial intelligence tool, okay, AI-powered, okay. We are using AI to build dashboard, okay. And what is dashboard? Dashboard is just a real-time report system that gives you, a real-time view of your data. Okay. Now, for some of us that have cars, that have vehicle, when you are running on a speed, when you're on transit and you're running, you will see the speedometer reading, you will see the fuel gauge, everything. Okay, am I correct? And you call that particular space your vehicle dashboard. Am I correct? Am I correct, guys? Am I correct? Am I correct? Good. So that is what we also mean as a dashboard here. But then in this context, we are talking about business, organization, companies, data, okay, that we are going to be visualizing. Now, the essence of visualizing data is to drive insights, to generate insight from this data. And based on the insight, companies will be able to make informed decisions. Okay, so that is what we are going to see today, how to use AI to build a dashboard, okay, that help us in monitoring our performance. Okay, right. So who do we have, or what uh what is this, what caliber of persons is this webinar meant for? Okay, what persons or what kind of people do we have here, or what are you supposed to be here? Okay, now we have a lot of persons here from your chat on the, from your introduction on the chat box, from the form you filled before joining the session. We have a lot of categories of persons here. Okay, now we have students and fresh graduates. Okay, we have job seekers, we have entrepreneurs, we have working professionals, we have freelancers, and all of that. Okay, so students who are just out of school and looking for something to do, job seekers who have been out there applying to jobs and you keep getting rejections. A lot of us even had jobs, but we had to resign because, you know, because of the work pressure. Am I correct? You just have to resign and you're looking forward to a remote job. Okay. You want to, you resign from a hybrid or an on-site job because of the pressure and, you know, the stress, and you're looking forward to remote jobs. So we have such job seekers here. We have entrepreneurs, business-minded personnel, you know, professionals that are here on this call, looking forward to how to make use of their data. Okay, we have working professionals that, okay, you need these skills, you need AI skills, you need these data-driven skills, you know, to be able to make informed decisions, to be able to get, you know, promoted at your current workplace. We have freelancers, okay, who are looking forward to customers that will reach out to them to work on data projects and get, you know, and get paid. Okay, so these are the caliber of persons that we have right here on this call. If I'm right, you give me a reaction, you give me a thumbs up if I'm right. If I called your caliber or category of person, you give me a reaction, give me a thumbs up. Okay, good, 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 good. So now the thing is this, all of these boils down to having the right skills. Okay, having the right skills. Okay, now do you know that 72% of employers can't find people with AI talent or AI skills? And of course, companies and organizations, employers, they need, you know, individuals with these AI skills. Now, guess what? 67% of these companies or employers are willing to pay higher for those that have AI skills. Okay, for those that can take AI roles, AI related roles. Okay, now 41 countries already report shortage of these skills. Okay, and that is why we have, you know, people out there applying to jobs and getting rejected every now and then. You will see someone would apply to job, maybe 10 jobs in a month, and all of them are getting rejected. Okay, so it is because you do not have the right skill that the modern society is looking for. Okay, that is why you are getting those rejections. Okay, now the reason why you are here today is because you know you deserve better. Okay, you deserve better. Now, some of us, like I mentioned earlier, you spend hours of your time, those that are already in the data space. You spend hours of your time cleaning messy data, you know, trying to transform your data from, raw data to meaningful insights, okay? Trying to make decisions, trying to generate recommendations, trying to generate insight from this data. You spend a lot of hours and you are exhausted. Okay. Some of us are tired of going to work. Some of us that live in Lagos, you wake up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. to prepare and so that you beat the traffic. Am I correct? So if you are in Lagos and this is correct, can I get your reactions? You live in Lagos, you have to wake up 5 a.m. at least to get to work. Good, good. So you have to wake up 5 a.m. to prepare so that you beat the traffic. And that is crazy. So you are physically exhausted. You are tired of the long hours at work. They will call it 9 to 5 job, but then you get there 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and you stay there till 6 p.m. And then you get home tired, exhausted. You don't even have time for your family. You don't have time for your loved ones. You don't have time for the society. You don't have time to collaborate or communicate with anybody. It is all about work, 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 work all the time, and your body is tired. Okay. I equally have people who are stuck. Okay. You have been in one place, no promotion, no growth, nothing. You have just been there. You have just been there. Okay. So if you are this kind of person, know it that you deserve better. And of course, for joining this session, you are already taking a step forward. Okay. For joining this session, you are taking a step forward because you already know that you deserve better. Okay. And that is not a doubt. You deserve better. Okay. So, but before we go into what we have tonight, okay, I would like to properly introduce myself. Okay, so my name is Anthony Owabo. Okay, I am a data analyst and I work here at Analytics Business as Senior Data Associate. By that, I mean course instructor. Okay, so you might be wondering what are my past experience. So I've worked, first of all, I started working as a data entry staff in a bank, and then I upskilled into tech and got promoted to data analyst, same bank. Okay. Then after some time, I decided that on-site job is no longer for me, and I had to get into the right skill. And that was what landed me a job as a data analyst with a UK-based recruitment organization. Okay. I also went further into AI automation, and right now I build workflows for organizations. I automate repetitive tasks. And of course, here at Analytics, I teach and mentor students. Over the past months, I've mentored and guided over 150 students, okay, in the data analytics and HR analytics space. Okay, so currently I am based in Enugu, working remotely for foreign companies, and helping organizations build sustainable solutions, okay, to their problems. Okay, and I am super excited to join you guys today on this session. So if you appreciate Anthony, you can give me some reactions. You can give me some reactions. Excellent. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Okay, let's also know who we are at Analytics. Okay, let's know who we are at Analytics. So, Analytics Business, we are the leading educational technology company focused in helping people to land high-paying jobs. So, if you have been looking for high-paying jobs, you have been looking for remote jobs, you are in the right place to learn how to land these high paying jobs, because we have a lot of tech academy, we have a lot of educational technology, but our unique selling point at Analytics is that we help people to land high-paying jobs. You will get to other academy, they will teach you skills, they will, the best they can, whether it is the current skill, the trending skill or not. They will just teach you skill, give you certificates, and that is all. Okay. But that is not what we do here at Analytics. What we do here is we help you, we guide you, we mentor you to land a high paying job, okay, in the tech ecosystem. Okay, so you can see some of the staff and members of Tenalytics. Okay, now Tenalytics is based in Alberta, Canada, and also London, United Kingdom. Okay, and over the past 5 years, we've helped over 4,000 people with no prior experience in the tech space. Now, when I say 4,000, is just the number that get to reach back to us to say, okay, I've landed a job. Okay, I've landed a job. We have lots more. So out of 10 persons that have reached, that have landed a job, you will see maybe 2 reach out to us to notify us that, okay, thank you, the skills that you taught us, or the skills that I learned from you guys, it has helped me a job. And I know that those that joined early, you've watched a couple of testimonials, okay, from these people. Okay, so by August 19, if I'm correct, Tenalytics will be 6 years in this industry, in this space. Okay, so we have over 182 full employees and over 300 industry experts, okay, who are going to their job, or our job is to guide you on the right skills to learn, guide you on how best to learn these skills, and also guide you on how best to apply these skills so that you achieve your dreams of landing a high paying jobs. Okay, now what do we offer? What are the tech courses that we offer? We offer generative AI for data analytics and HR analytics. We offer AI automation engineering. We offer AI for business analysis and project management. We offer software and web development. We offer AI for content creation, okay, and lots more. Okay, we have cybersecurity and lots of other courses. Okay, yeah, so that is what we do here at Tenalytics Business. Now, what are you going to learn at the end of this session? Okay, by the end of this session, you will know why AI have changed data analytics. Okay, you will know why AI have changed data analytics. Now, you are also going to know the exact skills, okay, that employers are hiring for, the exact skills that employers both globally are looking out for, okay, not just any skills, okay. There are skills that the global employers are looking out for, because that is what is going to help them in their business, in their today business. Okay, you are also going to learn how to build a dashboard in 10 minutes without writing formula or DAX. Okay, so it is a practical session and you are going to see this play out. So how many of us understand what I explained? It was dashboard. How many of us remember what I explained that is dashboard? How many of us can remember what I said dashboard is? Do you remember what dashboard is, or have you heard of dashboard, or do you know what dashboard is? If any of these apply to you, can give me your reaction. If any of these apply to you, you know what dashboard is, or you heard what I said dashboard is, or you've heard people say dashboard as data analyst. Can I get your reactions? Okay, okay. All right, so we are going to be building dashboard right here in this class. Okay, now we are also going to learn how to position yourself for remote jobs and international opportunities right here on this call. Okay, you are going to learn how to position yourself properly for global opportunities. Okay, so let's get into it. Do not forget to fill the attendance form. Okay, the attendance form is very, very important. Okay, the attendance form is very, very important. Now I have a question for you, and it's a question, is a yes or no, is a yes or no answer. Okay, now the question is, would you like to build a career that allows you to work with companies across the world? It's a simple question, yes or no. So you type yes or no on the chat box. Type yes or no on the chat box. So if that goes for you, you type yes. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of yes. Okay, I'm getting a lot of yes. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Now today I'm going to walk you through the exact roadmap data analysts are using to build this global career using AI, okay? With AI, with artificial intelligence. Now, one thing about AI is that it is not hard to learn, okay? It is not hard to learn. One thing you need to know about AI, it is not hard to learn. You only need the right environment to learn AI or to learn how to use AI, and you are good to go. Okay, you are good to go. Now, let me tell you why AI has changed everything. Okay, let me tell you why AI have changed anything. Now, what amount are you seeing here? You're seeing $4.4 trillion. Are we saying that? $4.4 trillion. Okay, that is the projected economic impact of AI by 2030. Now, when we say 2030, it looks like it's a long time. Okay, 2030 is just in, let's say, in three and a half years to come, right? Now, this amount is the projected economic impact of AI, and every single person right here on this call has a chance to earn a slice of this amount. So if you are interested in earning a slice of this 4.3 $4.4 trillion, can I get your reactions? Can I get your reactions? Excellent, excellent. So, but one thing stands out. You need to get the AI skill to be able to share from this projected economic impact of AI. So you need these AI skills, okay? You need to know how to use AI to work for organizations. You need to know how to use AI to improve your business. You need to know how to use AI for a lot of things, okay? Now, for data analysts, you no longer need to write formulas and functions to clean your data. Okay. Now, what I mean by data cleaning is when you get a data set, or when an organization gives you a data set, you might have some inconsistent entries. You might have some, some errors in the data. Okay. Okay. Someone said he needs the 4 trillion. That is funny. That is funny. Of course, you are going to get that, but you need the skill, okay? You need the skill to have at least a slice of this amount, okay? Now, like I was saying, as a data analyst, you really do not need to write formulas and functions to clean your data. Now, what do I mean by data cleaning? Data cleaning is, okay, when you get data, you have some inconsistent entries, you have some data type not conforming with each other. You have some, a lot of things to resolve in the data to make it consistent. Now, to making it consistent or standardizing it means you want to have an accurate output based off your analysis. Okay, so that is what I mean by data cleaning. So for those that are already in the data analytics space, I know you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so normally you would write functions and formulas. You may write Python codes to clean your data. Okay, but at the moment you do not need all of those skills. Okay, you do not. What you need is AI skills. So AI can help you, can assist you in cleaning your data. Okay, AI can assist you in your Excel, your Microsoft Excel. AI can assist you in writing your SQL queries in your Power BI, visualizing your data, automating your reports, building your dashboard. AI can do all of these things. Okay, AI can do all of these things. Now, if you believe, if you believe that AI can build a dashboard, can I get your reactions? Can I get your reactions? If you believe that AI can build a dashboard, can I get your reactions? Excellent, 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 guys. Okay, now we are going to have a practical, a practical session, okay, where we build a dashboard with AI. Okay, so I have a data set here. Okay, I have a data set here, and remember I told you to fill the attendance form. Okay, so the attendance form is right there on the what is it called now, on the chat box. Okay, so make sure you fill the attendance form, and you will get the link to, you will get all of these materials. Okay, now if you want to practice with me, I'm going to send you the link to this data set and you can practice with me. But most important is that you fill the attendance form so that you can refer back to this session. You can also get this material we are using for this session. Okay, so make sure you fill the attendance form. Okay, make sure you fill the attendance form. Okay, so this is a data set from Donamat sales. Okay, this is a data set from Donamat. Okay, now this is their transactions, their sales data. Okay, they have different region, the northwest, they have the southwest, south, northeast, and all of those. So in northwest, we have Kano, we have in southwest, we have Lagos, south, we have Port Harcourt, and all of those. And you can see the transaction date, okay? And you can also see product category, okay? You can also see the product name. You can see the quantity that this customer bought, okay? You can see the unit price of each quantity of each of this product, and you can see the revenue generated from this particular transaction. So you can see this person bought one body cream, and that is why we have this revenue. Okay, you can see delivery status. Some products were delivered, some were canceled, some was delivered on time, and all of that. So you can see the delivery status, and you can see customer rating and inventory level. Okay, so we are going to analyze this data, but I'm going to send you the link to this data here on the chat box. So if you have your laptop at the moment, you may want to follow me. But most importantly, I will need you to pay attention. Okay, Omako, your hand is raised. Omako, your hand is raised. I'm going to permit you to, you can type your question on the chat box, okay? But we are going to have a Q&A session, okay? we're going to have a question and answer session. So you get to ask your question. Okay, Raymond, I think you need to log out and log in again. So can anyone else see my screen? Raymond is not seeing my screen. Can anyone else see my screen? Confirm that you can see my screen. All right. So Raymond, please, what you do now is log out and log in back again, and you should be able to see my screen. That's probably your network, okay? That's to Raymond. All right. All right. So yeah, so I've sent us the data link, the link to this data set. Okay, so you can as well practice with me. I can see a couple of you already downloading the data set. That is excellent. Okay, so what do we want to understand in this data? Okay, what do we want to understand in this data? Now, I have like the analysis or what I want to visualize based on this data. Now we have this data from Dynamax, and Dynamax, they want to see the performance, okay? They want to see their organizations, the sales performance, okay? Now, to achieve that, they want to know their total revenue. So who can tell us the total revenue generated from these transactions? Who can tell us? Can anyone tell us? Can you guess? Can you guess on the chat box? You can type that on the chat box. Now I need you to tell me two things. How much revenue overall was generated from this transaction? So if you get the answer, I have a package for you. If you get the answer correctly, I have a package for you. Okay? If you get the answer correctly, I have a package for you. Now, I'm not getting a response on the chat box, because maybe you don't know the answer yet. Okay, so which region do you think generates more revenue for this organization? Okay, which region do you think generates more revenue for this organization? Which region do you think generates more revenue for this organization? So we have Northwest, Southwest, South-South, Northeast. Which region do you think generates more revenue for this organization? Okay. Yeah, so I was asking, what is the sum total? Okay. Okay. All right, Kelvin, you're already analyzing my data, right? All right. All right. All right. So, but which region generates the highest revenue? Southeast. Okay. Favor said Southeast generates the highest revenue. Maybe you are guessing. You are guessing. All right. So I like the fact that you said maybe, okay, because organizations, they don't want to use that word maybe to make their decisions. Okay, they don't want to use that word maybe. They want an informed decision. They want a data-driven decision. Okay, someone said not central. Okay, so we are going to see. Okay, so we are going to see now. We want to analyze this data to be able to ascertain all of these facts. Okay, we want to know the total revenue, the total order, the average order value. Okay, so when customer is placing an order, what is the average order value of the customer's order? So we equally want to know the customer satisfaction rating, the average customer satisfaction rating. Okay, we want to know the revenue trend over time. Okay, revenue trend over time. Okay, we want to know revenue generated by each region. Okay, so we want to know which region generates the highest revenue. Okay, we want to know the delivery status distribution. So which delivery status is higher? Is it the delivered? Is it the cancelled? Do we have more cancelled order? Okay, we equally want to know the top product that is generating more revenue for us. Okay, we want to know the top product, in fact, top 5 products that is generating more revenue for us. Okay, and then we want to also have like AI generated insights. Okay, we want AI to generate insights based on this data and also help us to make recommendations. Okay, help us make recommendations so that management, based on the data and the analysis, everything, they will be able to make informed decision that will help them, perform better in their businesses. Okay, so these billionaires, these business owners, they don't really care about your charts. Okay, what they care about is the insight, the story around it. Okay, now we are going to be building a dashboard, okay, that will help us visualize all of this. Now we are going to use a tool called Bricks AI. So you can type the bricks.com. Okay, so you have the bricks.com, the bricks.com. Yeah, so we have the bricks.com. Okay, so I'm just going to copy that for you on the chat box. So make sure you fill the attendance form. Okay, make sure you fill the attendance form so that you will get all of these resources. Okay. All right. So once you have the bricks.com, this is the first you are going to have. Okay, I already have an account, but I want to show you how to create your own account. Okay, so I'm just going to log out here. I want to show you how to create your own account. Okay, so that you can visualize your data as well. So I'm just going to click on, this is the first interface you have. So do you have this interface? Do you all have this interface? Do you all have this interface? For those that want to join me, okay, good. So you just click on continue with Google. So basically you can log in with your Google account. So I'm just going to select any of my Google accounts. Yeah, so I'm going to click on continue. Okay, I'm going to click on continue, and you have your account created. So it's that simple. It's just very simple. It's just very simple. You can click on got it. Okay, it's just very simple. Now, this Bricks AI is a wonderful tool. We can use it to visualize our data. It can also help us generate insight from our data. And, we can also ask it to also help us generate recommendations based on our data. Okay, yeah, thebricks.com. So the bricks have to come together. Okay, so I pasted the link on the chat box. Okay, so you might just want to click directly on the link. Okay, so click on the link and you get to this place, and all you need to do is sign up with your Google account. Now, before now, you should have downloaded this data. Now, to download this data, you just click on File. Okay, and you're going to see download. You hover on it, you see Microsoft Excel. So you just click on Microsoft Excel and you will see your data downloading here. Okay, so that is downloaded successfully. Now, to analyze your data, all I have to do is come to my Bricks AI and I'm going to attach file. Okay, remember, take notes that you can connect to different data sources, whether it is your database. Okay, yeah, so this is the data I downloaded. I can just click on open. So once I clicked on attach file, it took me to my file manager and where I have my data downloaded. But note, you can connect to different sources. Okay, you can connect to different sources, your database, your all of that. Okay, so you can connect to different data sources, not just data that is locally installed on your computer. Okay, so so I have a prompt that I want to give to this AI. Okay, so I'm going to ask this AI to say, you are a data analyst. Okay, analyze the attached data and create a professional executive dashboard for real-time donor performance monitoring using the attached data set. Okay, so I'm asking you to visualize KPI cards. So when I say KPI, I mean key performance indicators. Okay, and this is the metric that businesses use to monitor their performance. Okay, their overall performance. Okay, so that is what I mean by KPI. Are we understanding this? Okay, so we have the total revenue, the total order, the average order value, and all of that. Okay, and I'm going to ask it to generate AI insight and recommendation in a small text panel using a modern dark blue. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this prompt. Okay, I can copy it. Now, I also have the link to this prompt. Okay, I have I'm going to give you access to this prompt as well, but only if you filled the attendance form. So for those that are following me right here, yeah, I'm going to drop you the prompt right here. Okay. Yeah, so you have the prompt right here on the group. I mean, on the chat box. You have the prompt right here on the chat box. Okay. Now, this prompt is, you know how to write prompts when you have the knowledge of prompt engineering. Okay. And that is what we also teach you at Tenalytics. Okay. And I'm going to paste this prompt. Okay. So prompt engineering is learning about how to instruct AI to get the exact output you are looking for. Okay. So I've given it a prompt and I can hit my enter. Now, the first thing AI is going to do is to import the data, okay, from the data source I've connected. So the data source we have here, the data is locally downloaded on my computer. So you can see on the background, you can see the data is imported. Now, AI, based on the prompt I've given to it, is done preparing the data and is planning the layouts. So as a data analyst, the first thing you do is to explore your data. You want to know if your data is cleaned. Then if your data is cleaned, you start, analyzing your data, trying to generate insights and all of that. Okay, so that is exactly what AI has done here. It have prepared the data, it have planned the layout and blocks, and is creating the blocks. So after creating the blocks, it's going to generate insights based on the visuals that we have here. So those that joined me, I hope you are getting insight already from your data. I hope you are getting insight already from your data. So that people will not say, I'm doing something here or I'm doing some kind of magic. Okay. So if I'm doing a magic, you're also doing the magic with me. Okay. So you can see within, is it up to 2 minutes? We have created a dashboard. But this is not done yet. AI is not done yet. You can see it's writing insights for you. So every single day we have a revenue generated. Okay, so for the first day of August, we have $504,000 generated. Okay, so you can see that. You can see that. So for each chart, you can see what we ask revenue trend over time. Okay, revenue trend. So this data is just for August. Okay, so this is revenue trend over time. And for each day, you can see the amount that was generated. So can you see this, guys? You can see on the 2nd of August, this amount was generated, 478,000. Okay, and you can see the day that we made the highest revenue. Okay, so knowing that we made the highest revenue on this particular day, you can now go back and ask, okay, what happened that particular day? Okay, you are generating insight, you are knowing what you are generating insight, you are knowing what happened. Okay, now someone said that Southeast generated the highest revenue. Okay, am I correct? And someone said North Central. Am I correct? Now let's check the region that generated the highest revenue. Unfortunately, the Southwest generated the highest revenue on this data. Okay, of $1.39 million. Are you seeing this? Followed by south. Okay, so southeast that you mentioned even came third. Okay, and then north central is the third list. Okay, so you were wrong in your guess, and that is the impact of data analysis. Okay, so now if you check the KPI that we have here, these are called KPI cards. Okay, these are called KPI cards. So you can see average customer rating. We have average customer rating of 2.8. Okay, which is very low. Customer rating is always over 5. So having 2.8 is very low. So it therefore means that this organization needs to improve in their service, okay, because they are not serving customers better. That is why they are getting 2.8 customer rating. Okay, now average order value is $35,000. Okay, average order value is $35,000. So, but we also requested for a total revenue, but we didn't get that. So what are we going to do? I'm going to prompt AI again, okay, to add a, okay, add another, sorry, add another KPI card for total revenue. Okay, and I'm just going to send this. Okay, so let's see what happened. Let's see what happens. So I just said add another KPI card for total revenue. Now, can you see a KPI card have been added automatically? Okay, so this is where you give that chart. This area is where you chart this dashboard. Okay, so you can use prompts to refine the dashboard to your own satisfaction, okay, to what you want. Okay, so I can resize this. I can resize this as well so that I have all my KPI come to the same line. Okay, so I can take this up. Now I have my KPI all figured out. Okay, now I have my KPI. So I have the total revenue. Okay, overall total revenue, which is 7.1 million. Okay, now you see that each chart comes with an insight. So you see the top 10 products that is generating revenue for us. Okay, you see Maltina, biscuits, toilet tissues, and all of that. Okay, so you see the top 10 products generating revenue for us, and all of the, now let's see the delivery status. You see delivery status on time. We have 35% of the products are delivered, of the order are delivered on time. We have 34% are cancelled. So are you seeing that there is something wrong? So we have 34% of orders are cancelled. 31 was delayed. Okay, 31% was delayed. So maybe because of this high number of delayed order, that is why we are having also a high number of canceled order. Okay, so are we generating insights? Are we understanding the data now? So when looking at the data this way, the company, the organization, the stakeholder, they will not be able to make decision. Am I correct? They will not be able to see or know what is happening in their organization. Am I correct? They will just be seeing numbers. Am I correct, guys? Am I correct? They will just be seeing numbers. Am I correct? Good. But then when we visualize, we can generate insight based on this data. And that is what an organization needs to know. Okay. That is what an organization needs to know. So you can see the overall insight. Okay. We can also go ahead to say, okay, create 5 recommendations to improve the business performance based on the data. Okay, so let's get that. Let's see, we get a recommendation as well. Okay, so we have the insight. We now know what is happening. Remember, data analysis involves you knowing what is happening in the organization or the business. You know, you've known what happened. You know why it happened. You'll be able to predict what is going to happen in the nearest future, and then you prescribe the action to take. Okay, so here we are talking about the action. Okay, so I think we already have recommendations. We already have our 5 recommendations. So we have 5 recommendations to improve business performance. So you can see: fix delivery reliability urgently. So I mentioned this even before AI suggested. Okay, so you can see: investigate and reduce cancellations. Okay, so with over 68, okay, with 200 orders, over 68 out of 200 orders were cancelled. Okay, were cancelled. So we now know where the problem is coming from. Okay, so that is why the is suggesting, is recommended that we fix delivery reliability immediately. Now prioritize Northwest region. Okay, because Northwest region has the lowest satisfaction. Okay, so we need to probe into Northwest region. Okay, improve the beverages category experience. Okay, so if we look at the product category, maybe the beverages has the lowest category satisfaction. Okay, so maybe our beverage is very bad. Okay, our beverage category is very bad, so they have the highest number of cancellation. Okay, now capitalize on 6 p.m. peak ordering window. So hours at 6 p.m. is the busiest period, okay, with 21 orders. So out of the 200 orders that we have, 21 orders, which is above 10% of the whole order, came from just 6 p.m. So the hour of 6 p.m. So we can see all of these recommendations. So even if we are in a business meeting and we just analyze this, I can just go ahead to present, to click on present. And this is a slide view of my data. Okay, I can start by telling Donamat executive performance dashboard. Okay, you can see the overview, the overall insight. You can see our KPI, the chart with each insight. Okay, you can see revenue, you can see all of those things, and at the end of it, we have our recommendation. Now tell me, if you have this skill, okay, if you can do this comfortably on your own, tell me why global brands will not look for you. Now, this is just a tip of it. This is just a tip of it. Okay, we can go on and on to show you how you can advance these things, to be able to predict, to be able to forecast, okay, what is going to happen in the next number of days, in the next number of months, in the next number of years. Okay, with AI. Okay, we can build automation system that's okay. We update all of this, our insights, in real time. So as the data is coming in, our automation system is analyzing it and sending us insight, maybe on weekly basis, maybe on monthly basis, as we configure it to be. Okay, so AI skill is the goal. AI skill is the goal. Okay, now I'm going to tell you, in practice, data analysts, they no longer spend hours arranging charts. AI can generate anything for you. Okay, AI can generate your dashboard instantly. All you need to do is to validate the outcome. Okay, you saw that when we generated our dashboard, I had to prompt AI again to get, our total revenue. I also prompted AI again to get recommendations. Am I correct, guys? Am I correct? Am I correct? Am I correct? Now, stay tuned, because I'm going to give you the roadmap, the right direction on how to learn this AI skill. So if you are excited about that, give me your reactions. Give me your reactions. Excellent. So I'm going to tell you how to learn these AI skills, and the best environment to learn this AI skill. Okay, which brings us to how to position yourself for remote and international job opportunities. Okay, now let's take a case study to analyze how we can go the right roadmap to follow. Okay, now let's take a look at this guy. Okay, can we all see my screen? Please confirm one more time that you can see my screen. Good. So let's take a look at this guy. Okay, this guy Frank was a serving corps member in Rivers State. Okay, when he joined our Tenalytics program for generative AI for data analyst. He joined generative AI for data analyst. Okay, he joined this program last year, November 2025, and completed this program February 2026. Okay, now, not quite long after he completed his program, this guy landed a job with a UK-based company that came to Nigeria to set up, a solar powered mobile vehicle. Okay, so they need a data professional, someone that is going to handle their data as a data survey officer and analyst. They need someone, and the person they finally got was Frank. Okay, now Frank had no prior experience to data analysis and all of that. Okay, Frank got all of the knowledge that he's using to work today as a data survey officer and analyst with a UK-based company in Anambra State. So he's working for a UK-based company right here in Nigeria, Anambra State to be precise. Okay, and that was 4 months after completing his program with us. Now the question is, how did this company get to find Frank? How did they get to find Frank? Out of all the professionals, all the data analysts in the whole world, how did they get to see Frank, who is just a fresh graduate, who just is serving the nation at the moment? Okay, now how did they get to know Frank? Okay, and it brings us to question, how did Frank land this job? Okay, within 4 months. Now let's take a look at it. Now the first thing that Frank did is that he learned a high demand skill. Okay, a high demand skill, okay, that is eligible for remote job opportunities, that is eligible for international opportunities. And what are these skills? What are examples of these skills? So in the case of Frank, he learned generative AI for data analyst. Okay, but there are also other high demand tech roles. Okay, now number one on the list is software, AI software and web development. We have AI content creation. Okay, so AI software and web development is, these are the people that help organizations, businesses design and develop their website, manage their softwares and all of that, okay? And you can build a website in 30 minutes using AI. You can build, even as a data, myself as a data analyst, I've used AI to build a website, okay, without knowledge of coding and all of that, without knowledge of programming and all of that. I don't have knowledge of web development before then, okay, but I was able to use AI just with a guide. I was able to use AI to build, you know, a website, okay, within minutes, okay. Now, organizations are looking for people like this. Also, organizations are looking for marketers, content creators, people that will use their product to create videos, create content, and, you know, put their name out there, okay? And you can go into AI content creation. It's generating a lot of money for people right now, okay? You don't even need someone to employ you for this particular skill. You can use this skill for freelancing. This AI content creation, you can use it for freelancing, okay? Now, the next on the list is AI automation engineers. AI automation engineers, they are like the hot cake in the industry, in the tech industry right now. Why? Because organizations, they are looking to cut down on their cost of operations, okay? So instead of hiring 10 employees, organizations would hire maybe few and then have an automation engineer to automate a lot of tasks, okay? So as a HR analyst, you don't have AI skill that will help you uh, to screen CV, to help you to approve leave, to help you to do a lot of repetitive tasks that HR professionals do, then you are risking your job, honestly, because companies are looking for people that will work, you know, people that will work for them, people that will automate workflows for them. Okay. So, and as a HR professional, as a data analyst, if you have this AI automation skill, you are at the top of the game. Okay. You are at the top of the game because this is what companies are looking for. Now we have AI data analyst. Now you see the data that we analyzed just now. We were able to analyze this data. We are able to skin this data alive. Okay, we're able to generate insight from this data. We're able to make recommendations from this data within minutes. Am I correct? Within minutes. That is what companies are looking for. Normally, traditionally, if you have to analyze that data, let's say with Microsoft Excel or Power BI, if you're using Power BI, you have to write DAX, which is data analysis expression. You have to write the DAX. You have to model your data, first of all, explore a lot of things. So before you are done building the dashboard, I am done presenting my report to management. I am done making recommendations to management, and management can speed up to take action based on the recommendations. Okay, so if I have someone, if I have a potential a candidate, let's say I'm employing for data analyst, and I have a candidate who can analyze data within 20 minutes and give me what I want, give me recommendations based on the data. And then I have the other candidate who can write all the formulas in the world, okay? But it's going to take one full day. It's going to take 3 days. It's going to take 1 week. As a traditional data analyst, some analysis will take you 1 full week. Okay, 1 full week of no rest. Okay, so if I have these two categories, let's say the traditional data analyst is the category B, and I have the AI analyst as category A. If you are the employer, which of the category are you going to employ? Is it A the AI data analyst or the traditional data analyst who is going to take, weeks or days to analyze the data? Which are you going to employ? So I need your comment on the chat box. So I'm getting A. So tell yourself the truth. Now you do not have this skill and you are looking for jobs. You are looking for remote jobs. So tell yourself the truth. You now know the truth. You're telling yourself the truth that AI data analyst is the goal. Okay. That is why you are not getting jobs right now. Because global companies, they are looking for people that will carry out these tasks more efficiently, more accurately, without mistakes. Okay. Now, we have the AI data analyst. Like I mentioned, if you are if you are a HR professional and you don't know how to handle data, you are scared of data analytics, you are scared of handling your workforce data and all of that, this course is for you. Okay, in this course, AI for data analysts, you also learn how to build workflows to automate a lot of repetitive tasks that HR professionals go through on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and all of that. Okay, we have AI business analysts. Okay, so organizations are looking for professionals who can, profile solution to their organization's problem. Okay, and that is where business analysts and project managers come in. Okay, so project managers, they help you to plan, their the solution to the problem of the organization. The project managers come in to plan and, help you understand how you can execute these plans. Okay, so these are the skills, the high demand skills that companies are honestly looking for. Okay, so we have a lot of these skills. I've mentioned them, and these are the programs, these are the courses you are going to learn, when you join Tenalytics business. Okay, now our program is a 2 months program. Okay, and we work on projects every Saturday. Okay, so we bring out projects, we analyze, we work on projects, real business projects. Okay, this is not the generic data sets that you get from, you'll see people, everybody is doing analysis on the Nexus analysis. You will see a lot of different, what are those common? MTN, you are analyzing for MTN, synthetic data. Okay, so we use here at Analytics, we use real business data. We solve real business problems in class. Okay, now our classes on Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, Sunday you have the LMS, the learning management system. And if you are going in for AI for data analysis, we have a lot of tools that you are going to learn how to use, ranging from Microsoft Excel, Copilot, SQL, Power BI, N8N for your automation, Microsoft Fabric, which is a unified data platform for all data professionals. You have the Open AI, you have Bricks, Julius AI, Quadratic, a lot of them. Okay, Zapier, and a lot of them. Now, if you are going into business analysis, you have your Jira, you have your Notion, a lot of them. Okay, you have AI for data analytics as well. Okay, now what is the second thing that Frank did to be able to land this job? He learned the skill in the right way. Okay, he learned the skill in the right way. And how did Frank learn? Okay, Frank learns in a project-based environment. A project-based environment. So companies are not looking out for people who say, okay, I have 5 years of experience without evidence of those experience. Okay, companies are looking for people that have really worked on to solve real business problems. Okay, and how do you do that? Okay, you work on projects and you put it together in a portfolio, and that is what we call portfolio website. Okay, now this portfolio website is an evidence to your skill. Okay, and that is what we help you get here at the analytics business. We build on projects. You put it together on your portfolio website, because you are going to build a portfolio website, and we guide you on how to do that. Okay, so you build a portfolio website and put all of these skills, all of these projects you are going to be working on, you put all of them together in a portfolio website. And that was exactly what Frank did. I'm going to show you Frank's portfolio. Okay, don't worry, I'm going to show you Frank's portfolio. So these are some of the projects that you'll be working on, that our student worked on. Is not static. Okay, this is very dynamic. We work, we change. So if we have worked on this particular case study, we are not using it again. Okay, we are going to find a new problem to work on. Okay, we find a new problem every Saturday, and we try to solve that problem with the skills we are teaching you. That way you are gaining practical experience. Okay, you are gaining practical experience. Now, Analytics, like I said, Frank lands in a project-based environment. Okay, now you can see the accreditation that Analytics have. Okay, Analytics is highly accredited. So who can remind me? I told us that we are based in Canada and UK. Okay, I told us that we are based in Canada and UK, and now this is a proof of it. So you can see Analytics is accredited by Continuing Professional Development in UK, okay, in the United Kingdom, and also American Council of Training and Development. Okay, so you can watch, you can click here. When you get this material, you can click here to view our accreditation. Okay, you can click here to view our accreditation by the CPD in the UK and the ACTD in America. Okay, now the third thing you have to learn from Frank is that Frank gained foreign work experience, okay, to show employers that he was the best candidate. And how did he do that? He had this portfolio project that I told us earlier. Now let's look at Frank's portfolio. Okay, so when you get this material as well, you can also click there to view Frank's portfolio. So can we see Aneke Chemere Frank? Are we seeing this, guys? Are we seeing this? If you are seeing the portfolio website displayed here, you can give me your reactions. Okay, so if I click on home, so you can see about Frank. Okay, so you can see about Frank. So you can see as generative AI data analyst and analytics trainer, I work with the intersection of data analytics, blah, blah, blah. So you can read all of that. So let's basically, what we want to see is the project he worked on. Okay, so these are the projects that he worked on during our program. Okay, you can see Translogics Africa dashboard. Okay, this is for, I think, for a logistics company. Yeah, so this is smoking health risk analysis. Okay, for smokers, this is an analysis on the risk of smoking. Okay, so he can, having analyzed this data, he can also work as a health analyst. You can see. Okay, he can also work as a health analyst. Okay, now you can also see brain tumor distribution analysis. You can see public hospital utilization analysis. You can see a lot of it. Okay, now if you click on any of these, okay, so let's just view any of these. Okay, so let's click on this. So you can interact with the dashboard. Okay, yeah, so let's click on that. So he built that dashboard you saw on Power BI. Okay, he builds that dashboard you saw on Power BI right here with Analytics. Okay, so you can see the dashboard live. Okay, you can see the dashboard right here. Okay, okay, you can see the dashboard. You can see the dashboard, and you can see the dashboard is dynamic. You can see the dashboard is dynamic. Okay, you can see the dashboard he built. Okay, now this is Frank. These are lots of uh, these are a lot of projects that he worked on. Okay, with us here at Analytics, and this was what convinced the UK-based company that he can do more for them. Okay, that he can do more for them. Okay, so you can see, you can see, you can see all of the analysis. So these are very, very, so I can analyze by months. I can view this dashboard by January. So you can see analysis for January, February, and all of that. Okay. So that is what we mean by showing evidence of your portfolio. I mean, evidence of your skill. Okay. Learning in a project-based environment. Okay, learning in a project-based environment. Now, the second thing is, the fourth thing that Frank did was he knew where to apply for these jobs. So where to apply, and how did Frank get to know where to apply? So we have mentorship session every Thursday. Okay, now right there on the mentorship session, we guide you guys every now and then on how to apply to jobs, where to apply to jobs, how to attend to interview questions, how to prepare for interviews, and all of that. Okay, and that is exactly what Frank did. So these are some of the places that you can apply to, that you can apply for jobs, and a whole lot of other information. Okay, now don't forget that when you get a job, most global organizations, they will request for reference letter. Okay. Now, this was the reference letter that we gave to Frank. Okay. This was the reference letter that we gave to Frank. Okay. So you can see Frank got a job as a data survey officer in May. And after completing, that is after completing the analytics program. And this was the reference letter we gave to Frank. Okay, so you can see this, and you can go through all of these when once you get your material, once you get this material. Now we also have Olusegun. Olusegun was working as a was working in a logistic company in Lagos. Okay. Now, before he joined Analytics business. So he also joined the program in November 2025. And in January, just immediately he completed his program, he landed a job. Okay. He landed a remote job with a Canadian-based company where he is working currently as an AI automation engineer. Okay, so you can view his profile. You can view his profile. If you watch this is, if you click here, you are going to watch his testimonial, and you can follow up on Oluwasegun to confirm all of this. Okay, you can check him out on LinkedIn, as well as Frank. You can check all of these guys out on LinkedIn. So you can see his LinkedIn profile earlier. So he worked as head of finance. Yeah. So he also worked as head of business operation in a logistics company before getting into Analytics business for the program of AI automation. And currently he works with a Canadian-based company in Alberta, and he's working as AI automation engineer and technical assistant. Okay, so you can replicate what all of these guys have done. Okay, this is also Ahmad. Ahmad is currently working, in the United States, and this is what okay, he's working in the UK. This is the reference, this is the request for reference letter that we got from NHS, okay? It's from NHS Foundation Trust, okay? Now, you have seen all of these guys, what they did to land remote job, what they did to land a global job. Now, these are the package that we have for you at Stellanalytics, okay? We help you to gain experience, number one, okay? Number two, we help you to revamp your CV. So one of the problems that, you know, job seekers face is having the right CV to employ to apply to jobs. Okay, so we help you to revamp your CV to meet the international and global standard. We equally help you to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Okay, we also help you to set up your Upwork account for those that are interested in freelancing. Okay, so your LinkedIn account is where a lot of professionals, a lot of recruiters go to LinkedIn to look out for, you know, tech professionals that are consistent in their dealings, in their projects, in developing themselves and all of that. So we help you to optimize your LinkedIn so that you are visible to lots of uh, recruiters. Okay. We also guide you on how to build your portfolio website. As you can see, we guided Frank and Olusegun and a lot of them, okay, over 4,000 of them that have landed job. Those are the ones that have reached out to us, okay, to give us the testimonial. Okay, so we help you to, we assist you on how to build your portfolio website. Okay, so I have my students who are who joined our program this August cohort. So our first class, our first live class was on Saturday, 8th of August, okay? And a lot of them are done building their portfolio websites and they are building on projects already, okay? So they built, the last class, they built an automation system that screens a candidate CV, okay? Because I teach HR professionals and data analysts. Okay, so they built the HR professionals, they built an automation system that screens their CV, their candidate CV, and help to make the hiring process seamless. Okay, hiring process is now seamless. Okay, that was the project that we built on Saturday with my students. Okay, with my HR students. Okay, so you build your portfolio. They are done building their portfolio website. This is just 1 week into the program. They are done building their portfolio website. So whatever project we are building now, they are putting it there on their portfolio website. Okay. Then they join mentorship session every Thursday. Okay. So right currently, is it 9 p.m.? Yeah. So from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., they are on mentorship session. Okay, so as we are on our session right now on this masterclass, they are taking guidance and mentorship. They are taking guidance and mentorship. Now, imagine someone that have taken guidance and mentorship. Imagine you that do not have any guidance, you do not have anyone to mentor you on the right way to apply, on the right way to answer interview questions, on the right way to, you know, make good use of this your skill. Imagine you're competing with someone that attend mentorship session every single week. Imagine you're competing with the person. Okay. Now we also prep you for interview. So whenever you land an interview, you have applied to job and you land an interview, we help you to prepare for the interview. We bring you to a session where we have a one-on-one conversation with you individually, and we prepare you based on the job you are going for the interview. Okay. And I've shown you the job reference letter. So when you get a job and you need a reference letter, we are going to give you a job reference letter. Okay, so with all of these that have been said, I always say that the difference between a poor person, I'm sorry to use that word, difference between a poor and a rich person is information. The difference between those that have jobs and those that do not have jobs, okay, is information. Okay, so now you have some information. Now you've seen how things work. Now you've known how to get to where you want to be. You are here in this session because you know you deserve better. Okay, now you've known how to get to where you want to be. The easiest way to get to where you want to be. We are not promising you that you are going to get job today. Okay, this is a 2 months program. Of course, I have my students who landed a job while still on the program. Okay, that was my own student that I trained. Okay, she landed a job with a Spanish company, while still on the program. Okay, but the normal thing that we know is that we have to give you that training. Of course, once we start giving you training, you start applying to jobs. Okay, so before we are done, you should have landed 1 or 2 interviews, and we prep you for that interview. Okay, so that is an assurance that I'm giving to you guys. Okay, we have a lot of people that we have taken through this process. So it's a system that we have tested, and we see that what we are doing is working perfectly well. So we are doubling down on our strategy to help people land high-paying job. Okay, to help people land remote jobs. Okay, now if you are comfortable where you are, fine and good. But if you are not comfortable where you are right now, it's left for you to take a decision. It's left for you to take an action. Okay, now our next cohort is starting by September 5th. You might think that September 5th is far, but it's not far. Okay, but one good thing is that once you register, you get into the learning management system immediately. So the portal that you're even going to register with is going to take you directly to the learning management system once your payment is confirmed. And the learning management system, you have recorded videos of classes. Okay, so this September 5th is when the live class for this cohort is going to start. Not that your learning is going to start on September 5th. So you have access to the LMS. So the LMS is going to guide you. You start from building your portfolio website. You build your portfolio website. You also have lots of projects, okay? Lots of projects that you are going to learn how to build on using the LMS, okay? Now you start building immediately. You start building, you start learning and building immediately, okay? But the live class for September cohort is going to start on the 5th of September, okay? Now, what is the price of our program, okay? Averagely, based on the services that we offer, we should charge at least $1,000. We should charge at least $1,000. Okay, but then you are right here on this session, and we give bonus to people that join our master class, because we believe that people that join our master class are the ones to take actions. Okay, now the original amount that you are going to pay for this program is 280,000 naira. Okay, so for all of those packages that you are going to get, you are just paying 280,000 naira. But guess what? If you are making a one-off payment, you can pay 200,000 naira. Now, this one-off payment is also you can also make payments 2 times within the month. So if you are willing to pay 100,000 naira now, and you know that you'll be able to complete make it up to 200,000 before the end of the month, of course, you can take this offer. Okay. Then if you want to make 2 installments, let's say you want to pay this month and then complete your payment by next month, then you have to pay 140,000 and complete your payment by the following month, paying another 140,000, making it a total of 280,000. Okay, so but this bonus is just for 5 persons right here on this call. Okay, so 5 persons on this call are going to get that discount. Okay, now I have the payment guide on the chat box. Okay, I have the payment guide on the chat box. Okay, so once you make your payment, you send your receipt to the number attached below. Okay, and you can also take my number. Okay, so you can also, this is my number, you can send me a DM on WhatsApp. Okay, to reserve your slot as well. Okay, so you can send me a DM. This is my number. You can send me a DM on WhatsApp. So I'm going to guide you. Okay, so I'm going to take all your questions. Just note all your questions down. I'm going to take all your questions just shortly. I'm going to take all of your questions shortly. Okay, so let me guide you on how to make payments so that as you're making your payment, you can ask your questions. Okay, so we have the payment options on the chat box. Okay, so you can just click on the first link. Okay, now if you need more clarity, aside from asking a question right here, if you need more clarity, maybe the choice of course to take, you can book your clarity with the link below. It's still there on the chat box. Okay, now, but for the sake of the webinar, you may want to take advantage of this price. Now, take it from me, this is just a secret. Our price is going up. Our price is going up. Okay, our price is going up. So don't say I will do this tomorrow. Don't say I will do this tomorrow. You might come tomorrow and the price is higher. Okay, so you start to blame yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this first link that says programs at Analytics, right? Yeah, so please repost the payment link again. Juliet, thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the payment link. That is the first link you are going to see. We have it as program.tenalytics business. Okay, program.tenalytics business. Okay, and once I get to this page, all I need is to scroll down and select any program. Now, I can select any program of my choice. Okay, if you select any program and at the end of the day, that is not what you want to go into, you have a change of mind, you can change program. Okay, you can change program. So to take advantage of the webinar bonus, select any program at the moment. So you can just click on AI automation, or let's say data analytics. Let's say data analytics, and you can click on enroll now. Okay, so I can sign up with Google. I can sign up with Google. So let me use this. Can use Google to sign up. And this is what the interface you are going to have. Okay, so you scroll down, you choose your cohorts. You choose a cohort. Okay, you choose a cohort. Okay, first of all, you choose your payment plan. So you want to make one-time payment. You can pay 200,000 naira for full payment. Okay, or you can make installment payment of 140,000 naira. But you want to make a full-time payment of this 200,000 naira, but you have 100,000 naira right now, you can go ahead to make a payment of 100,000 naira. Send me a DM. Okay, send me a DM. That is if you know you will be able to complete, the 200,000 naira payment this month. Okay, yeah. So, but you have to show interest. You have to show commitment. Okay, so here you choose your cohorts. So let's say I want to choose September cohort. Okay, I'll scroll down. I've chosen my cohort. So I can choose my, what is it called? My currency. So I have Naira, and then I can choose full payments. Okay, and I go ahead to click on pay this amount, okay, which is 200K. So it brings me to this space where I can select my payment option. So I can pay with my card. I can make transfer. Okay, so if you're selecting transfer, you have to take note that this account number lasts for 30 minutes after you've clicked on it. Okay, after you clicked on transfer, this account number lasts for 30 minutes. So I think it's dynamic. Okay, so you just copy the account number and make your payments, okay? And you come back here to click I've sent the money. So the system is going to automatically confirm your payments, and you will be routed directly to the learning management system so that you start your learning immediately. And one more thing is that once you make payment, you don't only start your learning on the LMS, you start joining the mentorship session as well. So every Thursday you are going to join mentorship session. Okay, yeah, 200K. Yeah, it's very, 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 our price is very, very affordable. Okay, yeah. So let me take the question from Basi. Basi, what's up? How are you doing? Okay, so Zuliat, can you give access so that they can unmute their mic? All right, thank you, Zuliat. All right, Basi, I think you should be able to unmute your mic right now and you can speak. Okay, or you want to type your question on the chat box. I am active to answer your questions. Okay. Okay, Basi, you
All
should be
right,
able to unmute.
all right.
All right, all right.
Anthony, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Basi.
Thank you for the
How are you
session.
doing?
Always good to have some value from Analytics on all the master classes.
Thank you. Okay,
Just a
this
sample,
this this is not your first time of joining our master class.
never a first time.
Okay, so
I,
you have been
I
enjoying our master class.
hundred, hundred,
That is excellent.
and then I'm following with the update of the prices. The prices are going up every day.
Okay. So I believe maybe the last time you joined our class, the price was still around 150.
It
Am I
was
correct?
150, 100. Now it has gone to 280, 200. Well done.
All right. So that is it. So time waits for no one. That is just the truth.
Yes,
Okay.
that you are correct. You are correct.
Yeah.
Also, well, let me not say much about it. Maybe, well, I don't know what informed the decision by the management, but you guys have to have a consideration. But that's not really what I want to say. It just by the way, please, while you were teaching or annotating, you did not take a look at the chart while you were on the creating the dashboard.